Low Riders, man.
The Low Riders.
Birmingham Low Riders around 1977.
Guys, check out this ladle car. Good morning and welcome to Alabama. This is Ensley, Alabama, a part of Birmingham that was once the beating heart of the steel and coal industry, the empire. The coal was ripped from the ground here by convict labor. Keep that phrase in mind because we're going to talk more about that later in the sad history of convict leasing. But this town was, again, the thriving heartbeat until the mills shut down and dreams died. We're going to explore the quiet towns of Ensley, other regions of Alabama, and we're going to end at the Sloss Furnaces, where it all came together, and explore the steel giants that still are existing today as artifacts of history. Join me today as we explore the forgotten coal towns and steel mills of Alabama. Now, you know towns have gotten bad when the police department closes up. This was the city of Birmingham's police and something else. I don't know what the other part was, but this was one of their justice centers. I don't know what you would call it, but that is not a good sign when everything is just gone. Today we're going to explore Ensley here, and I got to say this is one of the more abandoned, boarded up towns that I've seen. Every bit as abandoned as some of the towns I've been to in other states such as West Virginia. Look at this building. Just a huge building gone, or empty. Everything down here is empty. So, like so many towns I visit, this town's just got another different personality. It's completely abandoned, but people have been friendly. People have been nice, talking to me, just welcoming as always. And it's just got a different vibe to it. But I will say this is one of the most depressed towns I have seen out of all of my trips so far. This town has taken a hit and I don't see any recovery happening anytime soon. It's very unfortunate. There's nothing here. I mean, you have the police department, the health center. Now, this is one of the most depressed, beat down towns I've seen in a lot of my travels. And I don't mean any disrespect to the town, but it's sad. Some of the towns I've seen in West Virginia still had this amazing beauty to them and heritage, and these are just boarded up. It doesn't look like they can be saved. I mean, they just look like they just need to be demolished. It's just really unfortunate. And this is just one block of several blocks. And that dog does not look friendly over there. There's dogs everywhere. There's just tons and tons of decay here. But to think that 50 years ago, 60 years ago, this was a thriving town. Industry everywhere. This was one of the beating hearts of Birmingham. All from the same thing that every town has had, is that coal. and the ore. This was a big town for what they called pig ore or pig iron. I mean, so far, this has just been block after block after block of abandoned, empty buildings, boarded up, no purpose except to just sit and rot. Look at this. I mean, it's literally like a war zone. So this is a depiction of the Convict leasing. In 1898, Convict leasing in Alabama started. Brought in around $1 million annually to the Treasury. 1898. That would be over 35 million in today's terms. This brought in more money than the taxing of slavery during the Civil War. This was one of the most profitable businesses for Alabama. The steel mills, one particular, would pay $9 a month for a convict to work in their mills, on the furnaces, or pulling the coal from the ground. The death rate was around 40 to 45%. So 1 in 4 workers annually would die from working to death. These were often black men and boys. This is something that's not talked about. These are the things that you would hear about the gulags in Russia or the prison camps of North Korea, not the United States. This is just another example of the sad, dark past in history. Everybody has it, every country. But I think it needs to be talked about. I think it's important. These are things that need to be remembered. So Ensley here was founded in 1886 by a gentleman by the name of Enoch Ensley. He founded this and wanted to create, or did at the time, create an industrial site for coal. The Pratt coal seam is just, I think, a mile away or right here in the region. Again, like I was saying earlier, within a 30-mile region, you have iron ore, coal, and the furnaces all working together. Now, after everything has left, Ensley is no more than about 5,000 to 6,000 people, give or take, with an African American population of around 94%, 4% white, and then roughly 2% Hispanic. It's a beautiful building. Sadly, I think it's abandoned as well. So out of those 5,000 or 6,000 residents, the average household income here in Ensley is around $26,000. That's around 59% below the national average. We're talking household income. So if there's 2 people, that's what everyone makes in the home. That's astonishingly low. Over 31% of the people here in the town live below poverty. Some great graffiti. Great, great murals in this town, I will say. That is one thing I want to point out the good stuff, right? And these little towns that are abandoned, they have some amazing artwork. I mean, someone comes in and they're just trying to put their little touch on it. And you can tell it's done by the town or the city. It's not somebody out tagging stuff. But there's some amazing artists out there. I think I've shown in artwork and murals in just about every town I go to, and it's just nice work, nice stuff. I have to laugh at myself because I keep looking behind me. Because honestly, every block I'm on, every couple blocks, there's a couple dogs, big dogs, running around, patrolling the streets, I guess. So I have to keep looking behind me because I don't want a sneak attack on me. They don't look friendly. They look like, I don't know, just mean dogs.
What's up, man?
We're here at the private club. Tell me about the club here.
It's Low Riders, man.
The Low Riders.
Birmingham Low Riders. We've been around since 1977.
1977. And let me get, what's your name again, sir?
I'm the Cowboy.
Cowboy.
Yeah.
Got Mr. Cowboy here, Birmingham, Alabama.
It's our clubhouse, man. We currently been here probably about 28-something years. Like Matt, how long been, man?
That is cool. So this place gets hopping
Yeah, all the time.
all the time. Do y'all ride mainly on the weekends or y'all ride all the time?
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah, we pull up all the time. We had our annual Unity breakfast yesterday.
Okay.
We had food breakfast, like a brunch, catered, and bring families, mom, kids come down so we can all kind of eat together.
Nice.
Yeah,
You do a lot for the community. I know so one of the guys I said y'all are doing a funeral today.
Yeah, we're riding a funeral today for one of our patrons. He's come down here all the time, and she loves the club, so she passed away.
Oh.
Cancer. So,
that's too bad.
Family wanted us to ride down here.
Tell me about your patches.
These right here is all the fallen low riders. These are all members that have passed away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is our patch. Our
Low
patch on the
Riders.
back.
That's cool.
Some pictures of the members right here.
And we're in Ensley. Ensley.
Birmingham, Alabama, Ensley area.
So this is the north part of Birmingham.
The west side.
West side, okay. West side. Cool.
West side, yes.
Well, Cowboy, I'm gonna look at your bikes. Those were some expensive bikes out there now.
Where you from, man?
I'm from Tampa.
You look familiar, man. I see them Florida tags on this.
Oh, yeah, from Tampa. Yes, sir. What's your name?
Panama City.
Panama City, okay.
I live up here now.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Yeah, it's been out clubhouse. I've been in the club 15 years.
15 years,
Yeah.
okay. And this is yours?
It's mine.
This is beautiful. Harley Davidson. And you guys all, these are beautiful bikes. Hey, you're doing it smart though. You know, I see these guys riding without helmets around Tampa and around Florida.
Florida don't have a helmet law.
Oh, y'all have a helmet
They
law?
have a helmet law.
You know what, that's smart though.
Even if you had to wear, they call it novelty helmet, we still choose to ride with full face helmet.
Smart.
Yeah. We seen too many go down, you know. Nate, what you got here, Nate?
Beautiful bikes.
Oh, I'm on one bike.
Okay.
You know Mike, don't you?
Huh?
You know Mike, don't you?
Yeah, Mike Harris, yeah. Man, this Mike, I ain't never seen these lights in the front, man. What you got there, man? Turn them on.
I know, those are neat. You're the one that had the good sound system on this.
Oh, man.
That is incredible.
Hey, man.
Cowboy, what a cool guy that guy was. I appreciate him showing so much of the club and being welcoming. Just brought me in like so many people do. Cool club, cool bike club that they have. And, you know, they have these amazing bikes and go out and do good things for the community. Say they're riding in a funeral of a lady who patronized their club in the area quite often. So they're giving back. It's just an amazing, amazing thing these guys are doing. So these vertical steel pipes, these were actually support systems for the steel mill. This is what you'll see all around Birmingham is the remnants of the steel industry. These were the only thing left now, but these actually supported the pipes and the structures that is now all overgrown. Of course, there's railroad track systems down there, but this is, again, remnants of a dead industry. So I'm here at the abandoned Sloss Furnaces in Birmingham, Alabama. I want to tie it all in together and show you where all of this stuff happened. This place has had so many deaths due to the hard labor of working in the furnaces. Working in excruciating heat up to 1,000 degrees with no protection. Getting second, third degree burns. Often they wouldn't be allowed to use ointment or give an ointment. Infection would set in, death would happen. This place is absolutely stunning. Now what we're looking at here is, I think, the boilers. I think they had 16 boilers here. And this is what powered everything. Shoveling coal into these boilers, getting the steam going. What a messy, messy thing. Look at the size of these things. I could not imagine working here. How that must have been. Absolutely insane. So you ready for a fun fact? Each one of these boilers, 16 of them, on a daily basis, used up to 5 million gallons of water daily to heat, cool, work with the machinery. That is a staggering amount of water. So think of baking the oven with coal in it. You're depriving it of oxygen, driving out impurities and gases, and you're getting a hot burning, almost purely carbon coal that burns much cleaner than regular coal. It doesn't gum up the furnaces, doesn't cause the problems that regular coal causes. That is what coke is. Now, if somebody knows differently than me, please leave a comment below and tell me. I am by far no expert. All I've done is some reading and research. So this is called a blowing room, where these engines created this tremendous amount of air blowing into the furnaces. They required tons of air to get that furnace hot and to use the power that it was creating. I don't know a lot about it, but I can tell you that this place is eerie, and the smell is indescribable. Just a unique, wet, musty, industrial smell. This place just goes on and on and on. Place is absolutely spooky. Got this old locker room. That's incredible. This is where they used to change. Shower. Wow, that's incredible. Pretty neat. Tight quarters. Imagine a bunch of guys getting dressed after after a hot, sweaty day in here. Sounds fun, huh? We have to climb something, don't we? Frozen. So guys, small correction. These are actually blast furnaces, not the boilers. Like I said, I'm no expert. I'm just telling you what I think, what I've read. So again, if you know more in the comments, please let me know. But my understanding is these 6 cylinders are blast furnaces, not the boilers. Guys, check out this ladle car. This car was used to carry the melted or the red hot molten iron. And this area, mainly Birmingham, was known for what is called pig iron. It's a combination of 3 ingredients. It had limestone, iron ore, and coke. And this was used in molds, mainly in molding. And we're gonna take a look at that in just a minute, but look at this thing. Absolutely, I can't imagine how much this thing weighs. It's absolutely huge. Looks solid as can be. Unreal. The thing is massive. Now this was one of the furnaces where the molten metal would come down and drop into the floor where they would have castings in sand. Sloss was known for using what was called sand or floor castings. And those castings looked like, now like I was saying, this was called pig casting because they would put the molten metal into what looked like the teats of pigs. And these guys were called runners, another extremely dangerous part. They're running with this molten metal, moving it around, putting it into these casts. And you could just imagine some of these guys would die from sometimes having slag hit them, get on them, infection, just a number of things, heat exhaustion. I think the highest temperatures recorded when the furnaces are going is something like 3,800 degrees. That's insane temperatures. Well, guys, one more correction for you. These are actually the boilers. I called them the coke ovens earlier, and they actually brought the coke here. They didn't create the coke here that I know of. Guys, do me a favor, chime in to the comments. Please contribute to the conversation because I am no expert. I don't claim to be an expert. I just would love to know more about this. I'm fascinated by the coal, obviously. hitting all the coal states and industries. And this was something unexpected and absolutely amazing. This is probably one of the neatest places I've ever gotten to explore. But please chime in, contribute to the conversation. It's much appreciated. If you remember the big giant steel pipes sticking out of the ground over by Ensley, there's one here. And that's exactly what they were supports for the blow furnaces. That kind of brings the puzzle back together a little bit for me. So this was considered some of the quarters, or I guess where people would sleep and stay when they would work at Sloss. There's no way this is open. Yeah, it's drilled shut. But what an incredible, incredible exploration. I gotta be honest, I actually thought it was gonna be a complete bust. I went to 2 towns in the beginning of the morning, started out, and there was nothing there. I was looking for the giant coke furnaces or coke ovens. I was told that they were out there in a couple different towns. Couldn't find them at all. Just very dangerous areas, not good communities I shouldn't have been rolling around in, but it is what it is. But this is absolutely an amazing place in Birmingham. Now, just to clarify, Sloss, the creator, was I think, Scottish Irishman, or the founder, I should say, in the 1800s. And he used a lot of the Convict leasing for his coal mines or I guess some of the coal mines over in Red Mountain. But apparently he didn't use them for the Sloss Furnaces and for the plant there. I don't know how true that is, but well, guys, I am starving, so it's time to go find some good Alabama barbecue. I'm gonna wrap the video up right here. I'm sorry, there was a lot of things I wanted to go deeper on, I didn't hit on, so I apologize. The video kind of got a mind of its own. But do me a favor, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. It tells YouTube and the algorithm to get this video out to more people who will watch it. Helps me out tremendously. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And until our next adventure, I will see you real soon.